G'day cocktail lovers, I hope you've been keeping well. Hope you're ready for a cocktail, and I'm doing basically a couple of experiments with this cocktail. Milk Punch Monday, I'm going to do a clarified cocktail. That's part of the experiment. The other part is I'm improvising the cocktail itself. This was inspired by looking up, what happened around this time, and we're around the time of the Netherlands National Day, also known as King's Day. And if you didn't know, the national color of the Netherlands is orange, and so everything goes orange on the Netherlands National Day, King's Day. And I have purchased a product called Mando from the Applewood Distilleries in Adelaide, Australia. It is essentially a Mandarin version of limoncello. And I was going, I need to make something with it. I'll just find a recipe that has limoncello in it. And I found a variant on a sidecar, which was one of the first cocktails I really got into when I started getting into cocktails a couple of years ago. And it adds limoncello to a standard sidecar. So I thought, Mando in place of limoncello, I bet that works. It's also going to make the drink very orange, which makes it a perfect drink for King's Day. And I'm going to do a side-by-side, show you the difference in color of the Mando sidecar and a clarified Mando sidecar, and I'm going to do a taste test as well. But let's get into making it now. A sidecar is a simple 3-ingredient cocktail. Cognac or any brandy, an orange liqueur, whether you like Curacao, triple sec, Cointreau, that type of thing, and lemon juice. Really simple, elegant, nice. Gennaro Sidecar adds a little bit of limoncello, so I'm getting a bit creative by bringing the Mando in. But the first part is our brandy. I'm using an XO cognac, which some people might say is a waste, but this is really nice and I like it in cocktails. So first up, 45 mils, 1.5 ounces of the brandy that you choose. This is Mando, as you can see. It's quite orange, as one would expect from something made from Mandarin. So I'm going to completely substitute the orange liqueur and limoncello from a Gennaro Sidecar to just be all Mando. I don't know how this will work out. I haven't tested it ahead of time, but I'm just going with my gut, and I'm going to do 45 mils, 1.5 ounces of Mando. The final touch is a bit of lemon juice, fresh if you've got it. I squeezed some earlier. We're just going with 15 mils, half an ounce of lemon juice. As there's citrus in this cocktail, we'll be shaking it. So add ice to our shaker, put the two halves together, bang it in hard, and give it a good solid shake for about 10 seconds. I'm going to strain the cocktail into a Nick and Nora glass I've had chilling. You can see it's got a really quite appealing orange color going on. But to clarify this same cocktail, all you do when you mix the cocktail is add it to milk and then let that curdle, then strain it through a coffee filter, like just a paper coffee filter. My advice, do it at least twice to get a really clear end result. Hot tip, if you want a really detailed explanation of milk clarification, you should check my playlist, which will pop up at the end of this video. Subscribe to my channel. I have a bunch of videos showing in quite some detail how to milk clarify cocktails. But what you get when you milk clarify, you go from this to this. You can see it's a really dramatic difference visually from an opaque orange to a brilliant, clear, yellowy orange. It's yellow, little tinges of orange. Very nice. But now for the all-important taste test of a Mando Sidecar. Well, that's really good. The Mando has, it's not as strong a flavor as orange, for instance. If you had an orange liqueur, it's got its own little character in there. But how does it compare when it's being clarified? Okay, this tastes sweeter. I think the brandy flavors are not coming through as much if I compare. This actually, like, unsurprisingly, the Mando liqueur actually really tastes like Mandarin. Whereas when we clarify it, it becomes lighter and sweeter. Well, they're both very good in my opinion. As I said, Sidecar is one of my favorite cocktails. It's one I got into very early on when I started exploring cocktails. Simple 3-ingredient cocktails can be magic, and the Sidecar is one of those. And even doing little variants like this, it still holds up. There's a really nice balance. Like the cognac I used in there, it's a really full, round, fruity flavored cognac. The Mando has lightened it and made the taste a bit sharper in a good way. And then the clarification process. It's taken out any dominant notes. The Mando, surprising to me, is slightly dominating the cognac in the straight version, whereas in this it's lightened those Mando notes and you've just got a really light, sweet citrus flavor in it. This is just like dangerously deceptive. 1.5 shots of cognac and 1.5 shots of liqueur. It's not the booziest cocktail I've ever drunk, but the fact it just tastes like this very light, sweet citrus drink. Very dangerous. Little thing you gotta watch out for when you do milk clarifications. It tends to really tone down the alcohol notes, which can trick you into drinking more than you intend. I know I've fallen into that trap, so well, I'm now perfectly balanced. Double fisting with 1 Mando and 1 clarified Mando Sidecar. This will keep me happy for a while. Hope you stay happy. As I was saying, it'd be great if you subscribe to the channel, hit the little notification bell so you know when I do upload. And if you're interested in the clarification process, I do quite often, not necessarily every Monday for Milk Punch Monday, but a lot. If there's a classic cocktail that you'd like to see clarified to see what happens to it, let me know. I'd love your suggestions. I'd love to see you again soon. But until I do see you again, just, take care. Look after yourself. Look after people around you. Do something good in the world. And until I do see you again, cheers.